What's going on, everyone? So Los Angeles Lakers got a huge and much-needed win, continuing that win streak, extending it to 5 games. The Lakers are officially 9 games, 9 games over 500. And what's even crazier is not only are they 9 games over 500, but the Lakers right now are still the 9th seed. 9 games over 500 and still the 9th seed. I mean, if they were in the East, they'd be like the 3 or 4 seed. If they were in the same spot they were last year, they'd be the 3 or 4 seed. Just shows how crazy the Western Conference is this year, how stacked it is. Talked about this heavily. You can make a genuine argument for literally all 10 teams in the Western Conference right now, all to make a bid for a championship. Now, there's some you could obviously make more than others, but the fact that there is a real argument for all of these teams is just, it's crazy. Unfortunately, the Lakers didn't get any breaks besides obviously getting the win, which was very much needed. We'll dive into here briefly in a moment. But Phoenix, of course, Denver sells, right? It's if the Denver Nuggets were playing the Los Angeles Lakers, 1, Jamal Murray would have played, and 2, they would have turned on some major heroics and pulled out that W. But because they're playing Phoenix and they were at home, right? You're at home. All you needed, I don't care if you win by 1 or you win by 20, just win, right? Denver has something to play for. They're trying to hold on to the 1 seed. It's just like, okay, this is perfect, right? Tough matchup. Here we go. We'll only be like half a game back of the Phoenix Suns. But instead, nope, that doesn't happen. They didn't do their job like we needed them to. So tomorrow, there's only a small slate of games. The New Orleans Pelicans, though, do play the Milwaukee Bucks. So maybe New Orleans takes it out. Lakers are still right in the thick of it. And they are, because they've won so many games in a row, are really in the thick of potentially maybe even the 6th seed. Again, it's one of those things where don't get your hopes up on the 6th seed, but it is actually obtainable, which is crazy because a couple weeks ago, it was looking like the 9th and 10th is probably where we're going to be at. But it's like I talk about religiously, right? Like, one of the big things about sports and the NBA period is anything can change. 1 minute, it looks like we're dead in the water. The next minute, it looks like we're the best team in the league, right? A couple months ago, right? 5 games over 500. We win the in-season tournament. We look like a team that, oh man, we're easily going to be top 3 in the league. And then we just spiral down. We win 3 out of 13 games. We go 3-10 during that stretch. It was abysmal. And unfortunately, because we didn't do what we were supposed to do then, we're really grinding and trying to do and work double time just to get to where we're at now. But coming off of 2 huge wins in particular, that Milwaukee Bucks game was massive for us, which also bodes well for the Pelicans game, because the Milwaukee Bucks are going to want to bounce back from that Laker loss. So fingers crossed that Milwaukee gets the job done and they handle business. But the Lakers, look, end of the day, just keep doing what you're doing. Realistically, the Lakers can and maybe should win every game the rest of this month. If they can win the rest of the games this month and then go into March or April, they should be able to win at least their first 2 games leading into that Cleveland Cavaliers game. And then that's where things kind of get a little tough, but you're at home, right? If they can finish this road stand 6-0 or even 5-1, right? Because you do play the Indiana Pacers coming up. And look, Indiana was one of the teams that I kind of had on the list of the three games that I thought the Lakers could potentially lose. Right, the Milwaukee Bucks I thought was going to be a tough game that I thought maybe they could lose. The Indiana Pacers, because again, it's tough to beat a team twice in a 5-day span. Right, now you're playing them on the road; they're going to want the revenge. You also last 2 meetings have just handed it to them. You know that they're going to show up. So my concern was like, okay, what does that look like? And then if you lose that game, win the rest of the road games, get back home, and then you can lose one of the Cleveland Cavaliers game and the Minnesota Timberwolves game. That was kind of my thought process. But like I keep saying, the Lakers should not be worried about what I say. Make me look silly. Go and win every one of these games. Go 6-0 on this road trip, and then win the rest of the way. I will gladly admit that I was wrong if that's the case. But I do think realistically, they're probably going to lose a game or 2 or 3. But no more than that. They just can't afford it. Look, Phoenix still has a very tough, very grueling schedule. So hopefully they kind of fall. Sacramento, they have a tough schedule coming up, so we're right behind them. We could, in a week or two, or by the end of the month, even we could wake up and all of a sudden be, a game out of the 6th seed, or maybe even already in the 7th seed. A lot can happen between now. Again, anything can change and anything can change quick. But solid game, solid win. LeBron James was fantastic. Did LeBron James things. The Lakers as a whole, I had my concerns of like, okay, are the Lakers going to be basically jello, or are they going to kind of be in a rhythm to where they can kind of pick up where they left off? And for the most part, they were. Right? For the most part, they were a team that picked up where they left off. Rui Hachimura was spectacular, going 7 of 8 from three-point range. D'Angelo Russell just shooting the lights out and doing D'Angelo Russell things. LeBron James getting triple-double, doing LeBron James things. He was the one guy that had some freshness, that had some fresh legs. We also did it without Anthony Davis, which is always a big concern, because keep talking about it. You can replicate for a game or several the lack of LeBron James. You can kind of through committee offset that. Can't really do that for Anthony Davis. We just don't have the pieces to complement that. You saw that there were some struggles in that regard, but the Lakers were able to pull ahead. They were able to kind of never look back. A couple bad habit moments, right? The Lakers losing the lead. Part of that I put on Darvin Ham, right? That lineup where it was like, what was it? Like D'Lo, Max Christie, I believe, Cam Reddish. I think it was like Spencer Dinwiddie and Jackson Hayes or something along those. I think Torian Prince was on there. But my point was it was like D'Lo and a bunch of non-scorers, right? You had Rui, you had Reeves, and you had LeBron on the bench. It's like, can D'Lo get another guy? Because what did Memphis do? Oh, just target D'Lo, double team and trap D'Lo, and then D'Lo's trying to make plays out of it. And you got guys like Cam Reddish who's not ready and just turnover. It's just, again, structured lineups is a big thing. Hopefully Darvin Ham works that out. But overall, again, this was a great team win, great team effort. Even when they did it was looking like, don't blow a 27-point lead. They kept it within distance, pulled back ahead, and you felt good. You knew, like, I didn't think that they were ever going to lose the game. Like, there was never a point where I was like, Lakers are about to lose. Like, like they were fine. There was like that brief moment to start the fourth where they got it to single digits, and then immediately we got it right back. So that's the kind of things that I like to see. Austin Reeves, he struggled offensively, but to give him credit, and I even credited him for the Milwaukee Bucks game, the last few games, Austin Reeves has been very good defensively. Not elite, not fantastic. He's been, serviceable. Moving his feet well, staying in front of guys, not getting beat every possession. Talked about this heavily. He's been very inconsistent this season offensively. People keep trying to tell me he's not, but yet it keeps happening. So either we're watching different games or we're looking at different box scores or I don't know. I don't know what it is. But Austin Reeves continues to be inconsistent offensively. However, when Austin Reeves is able to make plays and he's able not to be a liability on the defensive side of things, he can be on the basketball court. My issue is when he doesn't have it going offensively and he can't defend even me, then that's where a problem lies. Because now it's like you're not contributing on offense, you're not contributing on defense, you're becoming a liability, but when he's not getting his shot going, he's an impact. Teams got to respect him still. He can still, make the occasional play, find the open man, pick cutter, draw the attention of the defense. And then when he's playing defense, it makes it so he can be sustained out on the court. So I really do like what we're seeing, and hopefully that can continue. I don't need him to be great. I don't need him to be elite. Just be serviceable. You're going to get beat on the occasional exchange. You're going to get beat on the occasional play. It happens. But what is happening on a regular basis? If every possession you're being targeted because you can't move your feet, you can't stay in front of a guy, that's a problem, right? So we really got to figure that out and just hold it down better defensively. I do think the Lakers have had moments where they've looked very good defensively and have had moments where they look rough. So got to find that defensive identity. The offensive identity was there. But this is huge, right? We're finally in a comfortable position, but we got to remain uncomfortable, right? We can't become complacent and go, okay, well, hey, we're in striking range, right? Let's take our foot off. Yes. No, you got to push the pedal even farther. right? If it won't go down anymore, you got to punch right through that floor, right? You got to do what you got to do. We're right there, right there. Just keep doing your job, keep doing what you're doing, and all of a sudden, we could be looking at bare minimum the AC. You got to get at least into that A spot. You get into that A spot, now you have 2 chances to win 1 game. I will feel very comfortable about the Lakers getting the playoffs. And if you were ever going to pick a time to kind of right the ship here, this is the time to do so. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What did you make of the Suns game? What did you make of the Lakers game? How did you feel about just the performance, right? Getting these 2 back-to-back games was massive. That was really huge. But again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. It helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.